Which hill do you want to die on? Oh, excuse me. F-bombs are armed and may be dropped. Here's the fact. Extremism always fails. It always, each and every time, blows up in your face. I remember when Nixon was still a dirty slur word, and I didn't understand why, because I was like 3 at the time. But I do remember it being a slur word. Well, the reason being, Nixon had stepped down as president amidst an impeachment scandal for spying on his opposition. Where are we going to hear that again? Well, let's move on. I remember the 90s when the Republicans went fucking out of their mind, investigating Billy. Just, they never stopped looking for something to impeach him on, and they finally found this really petty thing. It was a legitimate crime. It was perjury. It was really, really petty. It was also something he shouldn't have been in a position to lie about, at least not as president. But he was, and he did, and they're going to impeach him for it, and it really backfired. I remember there was a Republican strategist, RNC strategist, during a press conference after the 98 elections, I believe it was, who said something to the effect of, did anybody get the plates on that truck? Now, for those of you who may be confused, did anybody get the plates on that truck means that they got hit hard and they never saw it coming. They should have. But whatever. Now, the DNC is going after Trump with even less evidence. He didn't actually commit a crime. He's an asshole. So what? We didn't elect him the president of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Association. We elected him president of the United States because the extremists have taken over. In my little world, the extremists started demanding that I support a repeal of the NFA. Not gonna happen, Tim. The man who wrote the opinion that ended, or should have ended, gun control for the United States in general, even said in very halting and confused terms of a non-expert in the field that automatic weapons, maybe we should restrict those. Semi-autos, we have no right to restrict. And in case you're in any way confused, this was Anthony Scalia in Heller v. D.C. He refers to specificity and, what was the other one? Discrimination, I believe, was one of them. You can't discriminate your targets sufficiently, something to that effect. Even he says, okay, maybe automatics we should regulate. Everything else, we really don't have a right to regulate, and why are we even here? Well, we're here because we're being forced to tell you you can't do that. City of D.C. There's some other extremists. Again, I'm being told that I can't support people because they're gay. Well, fuck you. I'm going to give my money to David, the gay Republican, if you like it or not. I don't care. I'm not allowed to support... Who is it? Whatever. I'm not allowed to support some other group because they're gay. No. You're not going to tell me who I can and cannot support. The left has their own problem with this, so don't think like I'm trying to protect them. In fact, they're so far out of control that it's ridiculous. At least in the gun community, it's just the you gotta fight the NFA. No, I don't. In the conservative community, it's you can't be friends with Muslims. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna stay friends with exiled lioness until she says differently. And even then, I'm gonna like her, especially after you tell me I can't. I can't support gays. Fuck you. I'm gonna like David until hell freezes over and God dies. He's been supporting Trump since before I did. Okay, so fuck you. I'm gonna stand by him. I'm not allowed to like foreigners in general. You know what? I don't support illegal immigration. I have issues with the wall because of my fears that future presidents are going to do what they can to try to tear it down, to cause it to fall apart, etc. But I don't actually have a problem with the wall. The wall is a good thing if we keep it maintained. Only thing extremists are capable of doing is pushing anybody who's in the center off the train. And you're throwing us off the train, by the way. Or you're throwing all the centrists off the train. And fuck you, we're going to eventually see the left is out of control, the right is out of control, and fuck you, we're just going to do what we're going to do. We're not going to bash on gays. We're not going to bash on Muslims for being Muslim. We're not going to obey your out-of-control gun control laws, King Ralph and King Newsom. We're going to, and some of us are going to specifically disobey it. It's the reason why I left California. And Virginia was one of the places I was looking at, and now I'm really glad I didn't go there. All you're doing is forcing the center out, and sooner or later, there's going to be so many of us that you can't stop us. Then what? Keep calm, mandatory carry on, and extremism always fails.